Good, occasionally rhyming. Compiled by Rob Stepney and Kathy Clugston. Read by Kathy Clugston, Jim Lee and Adrian Lancini.
To Vice Admiral Robert Fitzroy FRS, dogged captain of Darwin's HMS Beagle and pioneer of the systematic forecasting of weather at sea. Born 1805, died by his own hand 1865. A man who knew how deep depressions form, but could not escape the fate inherent in his own. And also to the many others, whether mariners or forecasters, who work to save lives among those in peril at sea.
No one could write truthfully about the sea and leave out the poetry. Rachel Carson.
Introduction by Rob Stepney. Exact yet evocative, arcane but everyday, fundamentally the same though always different, the shipping forecast holds a treasured place in our hearts. Described variously as a litany, mantra or lullaby, and as soothing, enigmatic, measured and hypnotic, the daily BBC Radio 4 broadcasts provide details about wind, precipitation, pressure and visibility in the waters bordering the British Isles. Radio waves that bind us to those at sea. The shipping forecast is delivered using a precise vocabulary and with all the expressive qualities of a metronome. And the nation loves it. For all the wildness of the weather often described, the ship's is disciplined. Even with conjunctions, there are barely 100 possible words. Faced with the forecast's constraints on language, writers are inspired to challenge its limits, and its solemnity has been eulogised and parodied in equal measure. This tribute to the shipping forecast is a collection of poetry and prose diverse in style and content. There is everything from sonnet to a lullaby, with allusions to John Masefield, Dylan Thomas, John Betjeman and Shakespeare. There is punning and pathos, and much of course on weather and the sea as metaphors for the ebb and flow, sunshine and squalls of human relationships. A unifying factor is the delight in wordplay, riffing off the obscure and straitjacketed, yet somehow inspirational vocabulary of the forecast itself. The 31 sea areas, drawn like a safety net cast around the British Isles, take you on a virtual voyage, starting halfway between the Shetlands and Norway, zigzagging down the North Sea, scooting westwards along the English Channel, down the coast of France, Spain and Portugal, and then via both sides of Ireland up to the west coast of Scotland and the nearest shard of Iceland. The list of sea areas itself almost scans and sometimes rhymes. Humber, Thames, Dover, Wight, Forties, Fisher, German, Bight. Michael Palin says the shipping forecast is full of poetic possibility. Few would disagree. No one who has heard it will forget Alan Bennett's melancholy refrain of rough or very rough while reading the forecast as a New Year's treat on the Today programme. Equally memorable is the reading in support of comic relief by John Prescott, old salt and long-time MP for Hull East, in which he insisted his home sea area was Humber, because it's the way we say it up there. And the wide response to the Spectator's competition for shipping forecast-related poetry showed that this gem of broadcasting truly belongs not just to mariners, but to people as a whole. In a sense, the shipping forecast is the nation's love poem to the sea, in all its uncertain moods and frequent turbulence. In the broadcasts, warning is a keynote, imminent a sharp reminder of impending doom. If this is where you are, then this is what you'll get. Batten down the hatches and ride it out. How wonderful to be safe in the sitting room, or even better, snug in bed, with this book.
Reading the Shipping Forecast by Kathy Clugston. Reading the late-night shipping forecast is one of the most thrilling and, when you first start, terrifying duties of the Radio 4 announcer. It's more than merely reciting a list of places and weather-based words, although doing so clearly and within the allotted time is your primary purpose. It's a ritual, a soother, maybe even a lifesaver, and not only for those at sea. Listeners have often written in,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?